Our spotlight story tonight is about the fine art of arm wrestling. Here with the story is Ryan Lancaster.
First there's the calm, then the storm. And it's over in seconds. Welcome to the world of competitive arm wrestling. Pepper Jack's Bar and Grill in Grand Coulee hosted the over-the-top arm wrestling tournament this past Saturday with about 25 participants from across the Northwest.
This is the second year. The first year, my buddy Dallas Gustavson put it on.
Co-organizer Sean Snyder said, like most other small tournaments, Over the Top was set up with brackets for women and novice arm wrestlers. Its main intent was to attract some fresh blood to the sport. Fresh blood like Coulee City's own Nicolette Oliver, who won last year's women's bracket.
Last year I came to watch my family, and they made me do it. They made me join, and I won last year.
Snyder says newcomers are always welcome to challenge the more experienced participants.
You know, some guys come in off the street and they surprise even the guys that have been pulling for 20 years. It's one of those things. It's all technique and a little bit of strength until you get up against the pros.
Pros such as George Weaver of Portland, Oregon, who was there with his brother. Weaver says he's been arm wrestling his whole life, and this is his 23rd year in the pro circuit.
I grew up in a logging home, so my uncles were arm wrestlers, and I took to it and done it ever since, started getting into competitions.
Weaver even traveled to Russia with the U.S. Olympic team in 1997. Also on that team was Steve Phipps of Tacoma, who was acting as a referee at Saturday's tournament.
Grew up on a farm and did hard work all my life. And that's how I got into arm wrestling. Doing all the hard work, arm wrestling friends, and then saw an ad in the paper and went and did well. Won my first tournament, got me started.
Phipps went on to win national competitions a couple times before joining Team USA.
And now, 40 years later of arm wrestling, I've won the world championship 19 times.
He says there's a lot more to the sport than people realize.
Most people that think about arm wrestling think that it's just arm strength. And in reality, arm wrestlers lock their arms and use their bodies to generate the strength, the power, the force. And you're locking your small muscle groups, which are your arms, into position, hoping that they will stay in position when you're generating 2,000 pounds of pressure with your hips.
One false move can prove disastrous. In 1986, Phipps says he took a bit too much torque on his right arm.
But I was in a winning position, pressing the guy down, and broke the elbow completely off. Came out of the joint capsule, took 8 hours of surgery to put it back together.
He rehabbed the injury for 2 years and came back to win the world championship again.
So I guess all things are possible if you're a determined farm boy.
Search out Thunderstruck Arm Wrestling on Facebook for more information. For iFIBER 1 News, this is Ryan Lancaster reporting.
Ready, go!
Ryan Lancaster seems to get all the good stories. Stay tuned, we'll be right back after this.